What's going on, guys, and welcome back to a brand new video. This is Web Dev Journey, and today we're going to be finishing off the comment section. Now, if you weren't here for the last video, in the last video all we did was created a comment for in the backend. We didn't try. We saved a comment on the backend. So typically, let's go to our app really quick. When they click on this, you will type their comment in, and that comment will be referenced for this tweet right here, right? All we did in the last video, like I said, was just do that in the back end where we just save that comment referencing the tweet, whatever, right? Now what we're going to be doing is finishing that off and working on the front end of this thing. So now what we need to do is every time they hit this, a form will pop up, and also we need to be responsible of sending in the correct information to the back end so that way they can save it properly, right? And now when someone clicks on this tweet, right, we'll go to the tweet page. I still haven't done this yet. We go to the tweet page, but inside of our object and the data in the tweet, we should have the comments as well. As you can see, I was playing around and I have comments in here as well. So that's what we're going to be doing here in this video. So let's just get right into it. All right. So first of all, what we need to do is, well, what I'm going to do is set up our API services, because it's actually, yeah, I'm just set it up so that way we have it already, and it's going to be post tweet. Well, it's going to be post comment, but you know, so post comment, we're going to create one called post comment, and we are passing a comment in here and also the tweet ID. Remember that we still need that stuff. And I think the route was /comments, and right here, comment and tweet ID. Control save. All right. Now that we have that, so now we need to create that form. But if you look at Twitter, the comment form is basically the same thing as the tweet form, right? So when you tweet something, it looks the exact same thing. It just says comment. All right. So what we're going to be doing is in the components, I'm going to just copy this tweet form, copy, paste it in here, and just rename it. So rename, I'm gonna rename this to comment form. And just to make this a little bit different, instead of Ubuntu, I'm gonna say comment at whatever username, same thing. And message and set message, so control D is going to be comment. We're going to be doing a comment, lowercase this one and lowercase this one. And set comment. This is our comment, right? Our comment. And then for handle submit, what we need to do is say post comment, and we need to post the comment and also the tweet ID, which we don't have. So I'm gonna just say tweet ID for right now, but we don't have access to a tweet ID inside of here. Not yet, anyways. So that's pretty much it for the comment form. Remember, guys, comment form is just like sending the data to the backend, so it's not really that much to do. It's just a form that we would handle to send the data in the backend, so that way it could save it. Now what we need to do is every time they hit this button, this comment button, that form, the one we just edited, will pop up. And since this button lives in this card, well, we all know that we're going to be doing that inside the card component, because here's the button. This is where we're going to be adding that on click to show that form. All right, since we're going to be showing that form here, I want to include it. So import comment form from comment form. There it is. And we need a state to actually say, hey, to show the form, right? Just like we did it with the tweet in our nav.js, as you can see right here, we created a state saying display or to not display, and it will display if this is true, and it won't display if it's false. It's basically the same concept, so we're going to be doing the same thing, comment. Oops, I'm doing array first. Comment display, and then set comment display, or you can name it whatever you want. Like I said, I'm pretty bad. Or I could do comment form. Let's do comment form. That sounds way better. Control D, form. Okay, and we're going to say it's going to equal to use state, and the initial value should be false. We don't want to display it automatically. And then down here, let me actually move this in another line so it could be nice and neat right here as well. All right, right here, we're going to say on click, down. And you already know, I'm pretty sure you already know how to do this. All we're going to do here is just say, or set comment form. And we're going to set it to the opposite of what comment form is, comment form. And every time they click, it should be like true, false, right? But now what we want to do is display this comment form. So down here, we're going to add a conditional saying, hey, if comment form, then, and, well, we're going to render out the comment form just like so. Control save, and let's see how this all plays out. Tweet ID is not defined in comment form. All right, we still need to pass in that comment form, the tweet ID. And like I said, we don't have access to that in the comment form itself, but we could pass it since this one does have access to tweet ID. We can pass it as a prop. So what I'm gonna do is tweet ID is going to equal to tweet ID up there, and there, that should do it. Whoa, it did not. Oh, underscore or ID. Matter of fact, let's change it in the comment form right here, uppercase ID. Oh, and now this lives in the props. So props dot tweet ID. Right, there we go. All right. Okay, there it is. See, as you now see, well, there you go. It's working. So let's click on the comment, and you can see that there you go. This is the comment one right here. Comment at Web Dev Journey. But we still need to, fix that little error where if they click on the X, well, it's going to not show that, make that false, right? Right now, the only way to get rid of that form is to click on the comment again. See that? But if you click on this X, it's going to obviously give us an error. So what we need to do is in our code, this is why we have this right here. We could actually set this up or pass, right here. We could pass this state into our props. So let's go right here. I'm gonna just call this state, and we're gonna set this equal to, and the only thing we want to pass is the set comment form. That's the only thing we want to pass because that's the only thing we need in our comment form, okay? So right here where it says set display, I'm gonna just control D that. I'm gonna set comment form like that, right? Now this is going to set it to false, which it should, be false. And this is all, obviously this is hard coded as false because this is the X icon. So yeah, I'm just letting you know. All right, so now let's try it out. Let's comment this. All right, that works. So this still works, and this X, there you go. Now that works as well, which is a really, really good thing. Awesome. So now that we have that working, our comment at least, or the comment form, let's actually fix up our comment form. And instead of API service, yes, props.tweet, yes, okay, props.tweet ID, yes. And for the placeholder, just to make sure that people know that this is a comment, I'm gonna just say this is a comment. I don't know, right? All right, now let's actually fix some stuff on our server side because we do need to fix that stuff. Now we have our API post comment to our actual what's it called? Route. So let's go to server. Let's go to routes, our comments route, and we don't need user ID because we're not requesting the user ID from rec.body. We're gonna get the user ID from rec.user underscore ID, and comment rec tweet ID, which is all good and good. Control save. Now let's try to make a comment. Okay, this should actually work. So let's do a comment. I'm gonna do it on the very first one because I don't think this one has a comment. I don't think so. Let me see. No, comments is 0. So yeah, let's do it on the first one. Right here. So I'm gonna do a comment there. And there is some CSS that you might need to do, or I'm gonna do on my off time. That, look at this. This is pretty bad, right? So let's see. This is a comment for something else, like that. Okay. Let's submit this, and there we go. We actually posted a comment. Hopefully. All right, let's actually take a look at our MongoDB. One way to quickly check is click on this. This has the data. So down here on data, tweets, we do have a comments. That's good. We do have, it's 5C2. Let's check that out. Connect. Twitter, collections, comments. 5C2, which is, this is a comment for something else. And let's make sure that that tweet ID has that comment. So the tweet, I think that was the first one, right? So something else, yes. Let's see, comments. It does have a comment, which is 5C2. Yes, that's correct. And lastly, let's make sure our user has that comment. I think, wherever their journey. Comments created. I did create 2, but 5C2. So yeah, the user does have that comment, which is a good thing. Now, one thing I do want to fix before we leave off on this video is, check this out. Our comments right now, this tweet page obviously needs to have our comments listed down here, right? But right now our comments is in the form of that object ID, which we don't want. We need to populate this so that way we actually have the comments details. And Mongoose makes it super easy. Like I said, all we need to do is call that populated. So that is it. Let's do that. All right, let's do that. So let's go to our services in our tweet service. Get tweet by ID. This is what we call to get that actual tweet with all the things. And right now, as you can see, we're actually just populating the creator, and that's how we get where's the thing at? And that's how we get that information for creator. You see that? All that stuff. What we need to do now is, I'm going to make this a new line. Like that. Go to end. I'm going to do populate again. And what we want to do is, let me just show you in our models, in our comment or our tweet model, we want to populate the comments field. All right. So we're going to copy that, populate. We want to populate the comments field. Once you control save this, let's go back to our right here, refresh the page, and we got some data. And oh, look at that, you can actually see comments, and it actually has our data, you know, the comment, created at, creator, liked, updated, tweet. And there you go, guys. Honestly, that's pretty much it. Now, obviously, you do want to populate this creator as well, because you want to know when you do that card or displaying the tweets or the comments. Sorry, when you're displaying the comments, you want to show who actually created that, you know, comment. So you do want to populate this creator field as well, but I'm gonna leave it to you guys to actually do that on your own. I am going to be doing it on the next video, but I want you guys to actually try to figure out how to actually do it. Dude, I said it actually like 5 times in that sentence. But yes, guys, I do want you to try it on yourselves, by yourselves, doing this, so that way, you know, you could get a better way, or try to read the docs on your own. You know, so you get a feeling for it, how to actually do it, how to actually research some stuff that you need to research. I'm trying to help you guys out, not by like, you know, doing everything for you guys, but trying to give you some stuff for you to actually do as well. But that is it, guys. That's it for the comments. We actually did our comments. Now, in the next video, honestly, I don't know what we're going to be doing in the next video, but I'm pretty sure we're going to be doing some Redis stuff, caching a tweet per se, you know. And I will explain that more in detail in the next video, why we're caching it and how we're going to be caching it, obviously using Redis, but how exactly. But that's in the next video, guys, so stay tuned for that, guys, because it's going to get more interesting from here on out. Remember, we only have a few things left to do. Remember that, guys. Like, Twitter is just a big application where you could do just a lot of things, but I don't want to do that many things here. So what we're going to be doing is doing the, like I said this so many times already, but doing the basics, but the advanced kind of basic stuff. So tweets, caching some tweets, and then also saving images. Remember, we still got to do images. Oh my God. And that's going to be another whole thing, another big thing on its own. So stay tuned for that, guys, because like I said, it's going to get more interesting. We're already done with the basic features of tweet or Twitter. Now we're going into the more advanced features of Twitter, which is caching and also images. So stay tuned for that, guys, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.